What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. This is going to be a really quick video. Make sure you guys smash the likes if you like these quick videos. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tick those notification bells to get you notified when I post new videos. We're going to be going over the Bitcoin charts. We're going to take a look at all the way down to the 4-hour time frame and look at what areas I'm watching for resistance and support and where I still believe we're going. I've been calling the same number for months now. I still think we're headed that way. We are gonna take a look at where we're at. So as you guys know, we like to go over the Dow first, and I showed you guys this hidden bearish divergence in the daily, talking about a possibility of one more leg up. And if you look at this, if we throw an Elliott wave count on here, let's pull it out. Looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, and then this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, there is a possibility for one more leg up. That would obviously get everyone super bullish before the big crash. As you guys know, I think the traditional markets are about to get hit really hard, really hard. Let's go look at the weekly, and I'll show you why in the weekly. In the weekly, you can see the hidden bearish divergence. We are in a downtrend. We're making lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence. So even though there is a possibility for one more quick leg up, I don't believe it's going to hold. I think this thing is going to come down and come down hard. Now, the DXY, I know everybody's bearish on the DXY, and people are talking about a parabola the parabola has been broken. It has not been broken, and I'll show you why. As you can see, the 200 EMA here on the daily, if we look at what's going on, there's nothing has been broken. We came back down and retested this rising channel for support, getting a bounce. Now, that doesn't mean we can't go a little more below the 200 EMA, right? But looking at it in the long term, let's go over in the 80s and look at what happens when the DXY is very bullish. As you can see, that 200 EMA, once we break through, it can go down below a little bit, but it holds all the way through. That's how you know we are still bullish as hell on the DXY. Let's before we go into Bitcoin, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out Prime XBT. I have a link down below. You can use my promo code Savvy50. They do help support the channel. Savvy50 will get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your trading fees. You can also join these free contests and win tradable funds. So if you win the contest, you can get, you know, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 in tradable funds. You can't withdraw that, but you can trade it and keep your winnings. So you'll have zero risk on it. Anyways, check it out if you haven't already. You can trade gold, silver, Forex, S&P, Dow Jones, pre-markets, everything all from one exchange. And they don't trade against you like the scam exchanges. Definitely check them out. Also, if you look at the weekly, here we are on Bitcoin. We called all these bottoms, right? And right here when this broke, August 22nd, we called the 14.5 on the weekly. Still believe we're headed there. And that is a measured move of this rising broadening wedge break down to 14.5, 14.5, 14.6, right? And then if we take this bear flag and look at it as a bear flag, then we get around the 8,500. Then if we take the bigger one from the trend break of the weekly right up here, looking at this whole thing as a flag pull, this being the bear flag, that gets us our ultimate target between 35 and 4,500. We're going to go into the smaller time frames, but first, if you guys have been watching the channel, you know this has been dead on. I've been calling all of this since December 2nd. When everyone called me crazy, but I drew this in of what it may look like. Now, if we break this 14.5, we have levels below that to look for a bounce, but if we break this, it may happen a little bit quicker than I believe, but I think we're going to see the ultimate bottom probably in the middle or end of 2023, and here's why. I think we're going to get a bounce here, right? Everyone's going to get bullish. The Santa rally at this 14.5, come up here maybe in the next, you know, rally, could rally all the way into February, but breaking this 14.5, your next target's going to be that 75 to 8,500, and that'll probably be sometime in March, and then you'll get a big rally all the way back up to 14. This will look huge, 14 or 15,000, and then and that'll get into sometime in April or June, and then come down. And I'll show you in the charts after we go over the daily and 4-hour why I'm looking at these time frames, right? So in the daily, as you guys know, we were watching this falling our descending triangle, wedge, whatever you want to call it. We called this top here at 20 21.5, and we called that, all that was a measured move of this blue triangle right here. We called that on October 22nd. It hit on November 22nd, right? Our next target here was, well, let's go to the 4 hour. I'll show you the chart I posted on my Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you give me a follow. But we were watching this white triangle, and then we had the green triangle inside here, right? Well, that green one, if we take a measured move from the widest point to where it broke, that gets us to that 15.5. That was my first target, which we nailed. Now, what we need to look for, we got the 21 EMA right here at about 16,165. If it can break above that, your next, if you break above this 16.3 area, well, let's say, yeah, 16.3 area, open and close a 4 hour above it, then we may get all the way up to the 55 EMA, which is 16.6, possibly 16.8, the highest I see that going. But most likely, I don't think we're going to get back up to this triangle, although if the traditional markets do get that one more leg up, we may. But ultimately, if you go back to the daily, this is the highest I see us going. Even if we get that little last leg up in the traditional markets, be around 18.3 with just be retesting this whole triangle right here, right? So let's look at the lower targets and how I got those. So that was the first one. Then we take the widest point of this triangle, the white one here, and bring it down. And I told you yesterday to watch for the first bounce being here, which we got. Once this breaks, though, obviously my 14.5, 14.6 is what I've been looking for since, what would I say, August, when we broke that rising broadening wedge. But I still believe we're going to be hitting this. This is my main area to look for a real bounce right here, this 14.5. And then maybe we get back up to 15, 16, somewhere in there for our big Santa rally. But otherwise, if we break this, the next target's going to be that 13.5, which is the measured move of this right here. So this area is very, 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 very important to me. If you look here, if we zoom in on the RSI, if you look here, we are making, so it depends on where this candle closes. Still got 2 hours, but as of right now, we're making lower highs in the price action. Way, way, way higher highs in the RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence. This is a downtrend. Bearish divergence is a continuation of the trend. All right, here it is. The .com bubble versus the Bitcoin bubble. I put this chart out and made a video on December 2nd. It's playing out beautifully, guys. I told you, watch for the false bottom. Let me move this over so you can see. Watch for the false bottom, just like we got over here. When the weekly RSI gets broken, it'll only turn around to come back down and wreck everyone around 35 to 4,500 sometime in the middle or end of next year, maybe around September. Unless we go down a lot quicker, maybe we would bottom this year, but I don't see that happening, guys. As you can see, this is the Amazon chart right here in blue, overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. It is playing out absolutely perfectly, guys. This is the longer view, right? So if it does come down, like, and again, guys, this is not financial advice. Nothing's guaranteed, but so far this has been playing out, and I'm playing it this way until it's invalidated. The only invalidation point that I'm really concerned about is the 28.3. This is going down. This is the 55 EMA. If we break that, that'll invalidate this. If we break it before bottoming, right? At my bottom target. So this would get us October, September, sometime in 2023 down to here, like we did over here. Then get a big rally, right? Everybody will call bull market's back, going to 100K, may get to 35, 45,000, just like what happened over here, and then continue down to the downside. And guys, a lot of people say you can't compare apples to oranges. This was an overhyped tech bubble. This was an overhyped tech bubble. A lot of confidence is going to get lost. And I told you guys back in December, a lot of this crypto scams needed to get washed out. We're seeing that happen now. But this bounce here would get us into about the middle or end of 2025 to 35, 45K, 14 to 20K, maybe middle of 2028. 2029 would get us back up to the $55 to $65,000 range. And then middle or end of 2030, maybe back down to 20 to 25,000. And then 10 years later break this all-time high. Does that have to happen? Absolutely not. But until it's invalidated, it's valid. I'm going to keep playing it this way. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Do not forget to smash those thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Check out my links down below. If you guys are, all the links down below in my pinned comment and in my description or trusted links. I have my social links in there, Discord links, things like that. Definitely check them out. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget, smash those likes. Check out my Prime XBT tutorial. That link is also down below. Have a great day.